Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the B&D Bricks channel. Today I'm going to be doing my review of the LEGO Star Wars set 76207 Attack on New Asgard set. This set comes with 159 pieces. It retails for $20, and it's based off of Marvel's Thor: Love and Thunder movie, which is the fourth Thor movie. And these characters are obviously based off it, and I got this set while I was watching the movie, actually, mostly because I wanted the minifigures. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Yeah, but before I actually get into the review, make sure to like and subscribe. It really means a lot to me. I actually recently hit 400 subscribers, and if I can hit 500 subscribers by the end of, I don't know, in 7 days, that would be insane. It's only 80 more, and I think I'm exactly at 420 right now. So that would just be awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Just thank you guys so much for watching. And go check out my other videos. Starting off the minifigures category with the Mighty Thor. Again, I'm reviewing actually today without the little base plate underneath, mostly because I had to move it because the Mark Arco 70 is still on it. But that's beside the point. Back to the Mighty Thor. So this is actually probably my favorite minifigure in the set. I really like her head mold thing. Come on. But her helmet mold, you can see the helmet, which is really nice. It's a very classic Thor helmet, and then the hair on the back, which is really great. In the movie, I really enjoyed her, so I'm really glad to have her minifigure here. And also, you can take off her hair and make her bald because she has... Yeah, but so looking back down to the torso, you can see it's really a lot more intricate than like the classic Thor torsos, even though she is based off of the classic Thor. As she says in the movie, you stole my look. But you can see she has the brown legs with a lot of detailing on there, and the torso with a lot of detailing on there. One thing that I've noticed with this set, well, I guess not entirely, but specifically these two have way too much detail, specifically Thor himself, and Gore has like almost no detail, which is really bothersome. But continuing on with this side, so yep, she's got the cape, which actually features a new thing. I don't know if it's that new, but I haven't seen in Star Wars, so. But both of the capes actually have this one hole versus the two that we previously had on other minifigures, which makes it a lot easier to put these capes on. And I mean, even though it wasn't really a problem before, it is still nice to have. So just thought I'd let you guys know that. But the Mighty Thor actually does come with quite a bit of nice back printing. Oh, what, you can't really see it there, but she does have a little bit of nice back printing, which doesn't really matter too much. And the back looks great with the cape, actually, with the yellow hair. I really like it. Then the legs are nice. Arms, no sleeves, but she does have brown gloves, and she comes with the Mjolnir, which we have seen before in sets. So that's really awesome. We got that big Master Builder Series 1 or whatever earlier this year. So that's pretty cool. I like her minifigure a lot. Like I said before, she's probably my favorite one in the set, mostly because of the design problems on these two, but I'll go ahead and get into that in just a second. Almost forgot to mention, she actually has two face prints, one where she's angry for fighting, I guess, and one where she's just sort of calm. But onto Thor. So this minifigure is so detailed, and really, it's a problem, honestly. If you look at his arms and hands, they're very just plain. They're just a skin tone. But if you look at like the legs and the torso, they're just so over designed. Which I actually watched a video the other day about Marvel's problem with over design, and I completely agree. It's just way too intricate. I think hers looks better. It's actually very reminiscent of that Minotaur from that one CMF series with all the Romans. But like, yeah, so he comes with Stormbreaker, which is really nice. You can see how it sort of looks like it's part of a tree limb, and then it has the axe with that little bit coming off at the back, which is really nice. It would have been nice to have a new mold for this, but at the same time, I don't really feel like it's necessary. So yeah, we got the same hair mold that we got in whatever that other one is, the Thor's. But yeah, and he comes with the same cape that the Mighty Thor comes with, or he comes with the same cape that she comes with. And you can see his somewhat nice back printing. Actually, he looks very reminiscent of a blue Batman minifigure on the back, which I think is kind of interesting. And if you were to see, well, you can see here his one face print, which is actually slightly off on mine. His eyebrows are... Is that a Come on, focus. Come on, is that a misprint? Okay, I've actually just come to realize that my Thor is misprinted, which is unfortunate. I'm not going to be replacing it because, frankly, I do not care that much, but it is there. Taking off his hair, you can see the hair again there. And then the back is, I'm pretty sure, the same face that we saw on one of the sides of the face for the bro whatever, which I will not be picking up that set probably. So, but yeah, so this is actually, I think, a good Thor minifigure, although it's really, I would prefer to have a more classic Thor minifigure look. But, I mean, yeah, there's just not too much else to say about it. Sorry, let's get back up there. But yeah, it's just really, really detailed with the gold and the blue. It just looks really nice, I think. Now, contrasting that over design, you can see Gore the God Butcher, who has almost no design at all. He's just a mummy chest, a plain mummy chest, white arms, white legs, gray hands. He's got the Necro Blade, but it's not a new mold. It's just a sword mold in black. Come on, focus on him. There we go. And his face is like, it's all gray, which is fine, except for the eyes. Really, the only thing I would want to use this for is like a mock of Ronin, but his face is like unhappy, so I don't want it anyway. Now the back looks very weird. I think it looks kind of reminiscent of a face, but yeah. And then the back of the torso just looks like another mummy. So I mean, like maybe for a Moon Knight mock, but like it's just not designed enough. Really contrasting to Thor, that's super over designed. Like at least having given him a hood or something would have been nice. He needed leg printing though, really, and he needed no sleeves. It would have been better if he didn't have sleeves, in my opinion. Just like the other two, they gave these guys no sleeves, but they couldn't give this guy no sleeves. But I mean, it's whatever. So overall, for the minifigures category, I would probably give it like a 1 out of 2. I just feel like there's too many flaws with it. Even though I really got these characters, so I can do whatever I want with them for the movie. But like, I mean, yeah, that's about it. Now with these characters moved to the side, you can really get a look at the actual set itself. And here's where we face the first problem, is that it's not actually based off of really anything from the movie. Now, what I think probably happened with this is that it was like based off of the concept art that Lego was given, or whatever they use. It looks a lot like that one, well, not that one, but like those bunch of monsters. That spoiler alert. So skip a couple seconds ahead because it's just gonna be a second. That Gore summoned from the shadows or whatever. But it's in green, which doesn't make sense. It's supposed to be like all black. But that's my best guess for what it is, especially because it's called Attack on New Asgard, which I mean that was the only attack on New Asgard, so it must be from that. But it's just like it wasn't green; those things weren't green and they weren't brown, and it just doesn't really make sense. And this looks too funny. Like its face just looks too comical. It doesn't look like it's actually like a monster or anything to be afraid of. So I feel like that really takes away from it. But moving on to it, like actually looking at it, so ignoring that, although I'm not going to ignore that for the ranking. It's got. I actually really like the way the bottom section is designed. Although I don't like how many like spikes it has coming off it. Also, mine was missing a piece there, so I had to use that extra piece on there. It's got claws on the hands, really somewhat cool curvature, I guess, and vines and stuff, and bat wings, and it's so like looking on the side. So these bits are attached like by those like tilted pieces. I'm not sure exactly what those are called. But yeah, and this guy moves so you can position it somewhat, although like that, I guess. Looks like some kind of weird scorpion that wants to give you a hug or something. But just generally, I don't like it too much. You can move the arms on the ball joints, which is pretty nice, I guess, if you really want to position this guy. But I don't really want to, so I don't really care. Overall, for design, I'm going to give it a 1 out of 2. I don't think it's like... Actually, I'm going to give it a 0 out of 2. I think that generally the design stinks. It just doesn't look that good. And it's not really based off anything from the movie, so like, why would you want to get it? I only got this for the minifigures. Like being completely honest, I had a gift card, so I don't regret it. But it's just like seriously, like I really don't want this. Like I'm gonna like use it for parts or sell it. Actually, I'll probably use it for parts because it's got some nice browns and greens. But it's just like I don't want this at all. Like quite frankly, and it's just not the kind of thing for me. So right now it's at a 1 out of 4, which is I think the lowest any set has ever been right now. Well, on to playability. So this is actually the reason I got the set is because of these 3 minifigures. Obviously, you've got Gore, who is the main villain of the film, and the 2 main heroes. So if you were to get the Bro Thor's New Asgard, I think that's what the set's called, with Korg, you've pretty much got all the 3 main characters, except for Valkyrie, who is a better character than Korg. And Korg is the most annoying person I've ever met. Like, literally, and I haven't even met him. He's just like the most annoying. But in conclusion, I'm not going to be getting Bro Thor's and New Asgard. But yeah, so you can play with these guys, fight them against each other, which I think is one of the best features of a set. It really just stinks if you have like an unfair fight in a set. Like for example, in the ATTE that came out, I really wish they had included like a super battle droid, like at least one. That would have made it somewhat more fair of a fight. So I mean, yeah, that's about it. Oh, I forgot to mention these 2 guys both have footprinting. It's very nice. But I mean, yeah, it's just like that's good for playability. This guy has a lot of positioning, which is kind of cool. You can have them fight like... But just generally, you can do a little bit of playing, but there's just not too much you can do with it. So I'm going to give it a 1 out of 2 for playability. It's pretty decent design, but it's just... Actually, no, it's terrible design. What am I even... Yeah, but so finishing off the playability, we have a total score of 2 out of 6. That is really bad. But... Ignoring that, we'll move on to the value category. So for $20, that's the same price as a battle pack, a Star Wars battle pack, I should specify. And for that price, I mean, we're getting these 3 minifigures and a pretty okay build that I'll probably use for spare parts. But really the reason I wanted this was for the minifigures, and so I don't really regret buying it. But I will regret it if I don't sell this horrendous, idiot, stupid, whatever. But in conclusion, for value category, I am actually going to give it a 2 out of 2. Ignoring the design, you are actually getting some pretty good greens and browns and just black pieces and whatever you want. Bat wings, that's always nice to see, especially because we don't see them too frequently anymore. Plus the 3 minifigures you're getting, it's basically a battle pack set of minifigures. If it had come with like one, just like, I don't even know what, if it had come with Valkyrie, or if it had come with like, I don't even know what's another bad guy from the film. There aren't really any, so we're just gonna go ahead and get back to that. But for value, I'm actually gonna give it a 2 out of 2. I think that this is pretty good on value. And I mean, yeah, so that's gonna bring the total up for that up to, I believe it's a 4 out of 8. Yowza. But rounding it out with my opinion, that's actually going to be a 0 out of 2, so it stays at 4 out of 10. That is the lowest ranked set I've ever done on this channel. Everything else usually gets 1 out of 2 or 2 out of 2. So, I mean, yeah, it's just such a bad set, honestly. This figure is over-designed. This one is under-designed. This one is designed, but it doesn't look completely right, even though I do like it a lot. It's just not great, and the build is god-awful. And I don't say that a lot, but it is really god-awful. And I would not recommend this set if you don't want the minifigures. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching the video. Remember to go and look for the Vader. Whoever finds the next one will get a shout out in the next video. And it's somewhere back in the end of the video, so just scroll back, find it, or watch it again. Yeah, watch it again. I like that idea better. But I'll probably have out soon. I actually just built as well. This set arrived with some things from Target. I ordered as well some, what are they called? What are they called? A couple of mech sets, that's right. So you'll see what those are probably in the next few days, and I'll be doing reviews of those. Also, I still haven't done my review of the ATT, so leave a like and comment below if you want me to do the review of the ATT. I'm kind of procrastinating it, so I need some motivation. And before you leave, I actually do have a couple more announcements. Make sure to like and subscribe. That's it.